Okay, now, sorry that there's some dots on here. I ran out of graph paper. I'm going to go right, it doesn't matter, right there, and right there, and right there. Ignore all other points on this graph. I'm trying to show one that where the vertex is not at 0, 0. Okay, so I'm doing the ones that are highlighted. I just don't have any other graph paper right now. Okay, the normal equation when in vertex form for quadratic, vertex form, quadratic, is this. Y is equal to some coefficient. A lot of times it's just 1, so that's why you don't ever see it written there. X opposite of the vertex squared plus k, where the vertex is hk, and a is just, it tells us, a tells us a lot. Does it go uphill, downhill, whatever? Right now, I can see that this parabola is going to open downhill, so I'm expecting a to be negative in this case. But let's see what happens when we do our math. I want you to identify the vertex, so I need to label it. When you go into Desmos, if you just click on it, it actually will label it for you. So it's like illegal cheating. You know, you just go click on it. It tells you what it is. So the vertex in this case is 6, 5. The other thing you need to do is label one of the points. So if you click on it, you're going to get a 7. It looks like 7, 2. So I'm going to say P1 down here stands for a point that's on the graph other than the vertex. It's just one of the points. There's several points on this graph. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is take the vertex and substitute it into our equation. So I'm going to start off with y is equal to, I don't know what the coefficient is. That's part of what we're going to be doing today. The vertex is 6, so I do negative 6 squared plus 5. Everyone understand how I got that vertex and how I got to this point? If anyone doesn't quite get that, all I did was take our generic equation for the vertex format of a quadratic, and I plugged in the vertex. Now, step 2 is we're going to take the point that we labeled. We know it's on this graph. We know that in a table of values, if I input a 7, they're saying I'm going to get out a 2. Well, we're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and plug in 7 for x. So I'm going to put right here, I'm going to rewrite my equation. Instead of y, it tells me to put a 2. So I'm going to put 2. Instead of x, it tells me to put a 7. Can I solve this? Yeah, it's not hard. The math is pretty simple. 7 minus 6. If you have to use your fingers, great. Use your fingers. 1. I'm showing all my steps. 1 squared happens to be 1. Okay, so basically all I have to do is now subtract 5 from both sides, and I'll figure out what a is. Remember at the beginning when we were looking at it, we said, hey, I know this parabola is going downhill, so I'm expecting it to be a negative. Look what I got, a negative 3. Well, now that I have that, I need to take that negative 3, a equals negative 3, and basically just put it right there, and then I have my final equation. Because you already put it in there with the vertex. All I have to do is, and I found out what a is. So now my final equation will be y is equal to negative 3x minus 6 squared plus 5. And then when you type it into Desmos, it'll do a beautiful, and it'll line right up and go through those points.